Wanna be where the sugar daddies are. I wanna see them spending their money on, what's that word again? Me.
My time. I don't care if I'm 35 and not married. The point is, I'm not going to be dating a man I said that to myself once I turned, 27, that I'm not dating no man. Well, was it 27? No, 26. I'm not dating no man from this point on for more than a year if it's not leading to us getting married, because why would I waste my youth that I have left on a man for 3-4 years if there is no marriage in the future, if that makes sense? So yeah, I would rather be 33, 32, 35, single, no obligations to no man, than to be dating a man that I've been dating for 3-4 years. Okay? So it's not that I want to get married quick. I'm just not in the business of wasting my time. Okay? Like, I was engaged to my ex for 2 years. I don't consider that waste of my time because I gained a lot. I'm leaving with a lot. And he put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? He spent a significant amount of money. It might not be a lot of money to people, but almost $70,000 on a ring. The average American woman, no shade, no tea, isn't seeing that. Okay, no shade to the women that get the that got the big diamonds that you see. They're not, those diamonds don't cost $70K. Those are lab grown diamonds. Those are like $20,000 rings. Those are $30,000 rings. Mine was a nice little $70,000. So at the end of the day, he still did something. You know what I mean? I'm leaving with something, but I'm not. Imagine if I did that for 2 years for no reason. Like, what? Imagine I did that for 2 years for no reason at all whatsoever. What would be the point? Do you think you'll be able to fully get to know someone in that time frame? 6 months is an engagement. It does not mean that you are marrying the person. I think a lot of, like, you guys confuse engagement with marriage. A marriage isn't legal until you actually go to. First of all, a marriage isn't legal just because you go to church. It becomes legal once the government stamps that paper. So even if you go to church right now and say, yeah, I'm getting married to this man, it's not legal to you. Take that piece of paper that guy signed and said you guys did your vows, and take it to your local courthouse and they stamp it, and then you come back and you pick up your marriage certificate, then it is legal. So just because a man proposes to you does not mean that you have to run and marry him the next day. When I say engagement, it means that show me that you at least want some sort of marriage or something in the future. Once I get my engagement ring, I don't mind waiting a year to get married. But I'm not going to wait that 2 years before I get an engagement ring. I'm not going to wait 3 years before I get an engagement ring. You got 6 months to figure it out, buddy. Figure it out. But men know. Everyone tells you this all the time. Our grandparents tell us this all the time. Men know a woman they want to get married to within the first few months. You know? Exactly. And people change within a marriage. So you really never truly know anyone because people change with age. People change based on, what's going on in their lives. People change based on their mental health. Everything, people change. So it really doesn't even matter because after 5 years of being married to somebody, you're with a different person than the person you met 5 years prior. Because that person has changed. Maybe what they like has changed, what they like to eat, what they like to do, what they find exciting. When you met them, they might enjoy, going to the club or doing this and doing that. And then in 5-7 years, that's not what they do and they want to do anymore. Now they just enjoy sitting at home watching TV or whatever the case might be, Why do you want to get married if you could get everything you want not married? Marriage is more long-term security. That's it. If I have to be honest with you, marriage is just more long-term security. If you're going to be with a man, I don't want to have to switch a man every 1 year because, this man doesn't see a marriage with me. I don't want to have to do that. I would like to have a long-term relationship. But I'm not going to have a long-term relationship without any security. Okay? So I want to get married for more of a long-term security purposes. You know what I mean? And something in the beginning I thought, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if I don't really, but I'm not going to change, like, I'm not gonna change the fact that, like, I'm independent. I'm an independent woman. Like, I really just enjoy my own company sometimes to be with a man. So, like, the person that I'm going to have to, like, get married to or will marry is going to be a man who is, like, secure and, like, being by himself and, like, me being able to, like, do things by myself, when I want. Not like when I want, but like by myself with friends or with my family or whatever it is that I want to do. Sometimes I don't need someone around me 24/7, or I feel like I don't need to explain myself to somebody 24/7. So I need a man that's, like, more secure within himself about, like, yeah, like, who cares what she's doing? That's my... Do men you talk to look at you differently because of your past? No. That's the part that be killing bitches. That's the part that people really don't like. It's the fact that I can still find a man. I can still find a man regardless of the fact that I post whatever I post on social media. This is my thing. I was talking, I be booked and busy with my calls, okay? I was talking to a woman yesterday, and I have a call today at 2:30, so I'm going to get off the phone around 2:30. I was talking to a young lady yesterday, and I don't know how old she was, but around my age, young lady. And I was telling her, like, she's trying to navigate, dating, and she's also, she wasn't doing, like, what I was doing, but she's in that sex work, like, industry. And she was trying to figure out how she can navigate, dating and having men, like, not dig into that, or, like, how when they find out, they, having them stay. And I tell people this is the thing. Everything that you do in this world, you're gonna have people that are gonna like it, and you're gonna have people that don't like it, right? Being a sex worker, some people find it morally wrong, and some people don't really care. The people that think that, oh, it's morally wrong, those are the people that are gonna talk shit. They're not gonna be interested in you. That's fine. But out there are men out there that are, the porn industry is one of the biggest money-making industry. Why? Because men like that shit. You know what I mean? So there are men out there that are not that concerned about, like, oh, this will, because they consume it. They consume it. They spend their money on it. Strip clubs exist for a reason. Strippers make money for a reason. Okay? no shade, no tea to the Instagram influencers, but like these girls ain't making that money like that. They're also popping. They're just doing it in a different way. They're popping it to rappers. They're popping it to basketball players. They're popping it to football players. So at the end of the day, anything you do in life, there are going to be a group of people that like it, and there are going to be a group of people that don't like it. So move with your motherfucking chest held the fuck high, ho. Okay? Move with your chin up, because the man that is going to be with me and be in my presence isn't going to consider a woman that's a sex worker as someone that is not deserving of respect, love, and everyday human like interaction. The people that think it's morally unacceptable, they're the ones that think that you're not deserving of a man who is of high caliber or who can provide and take care of you. But that's okay. You don't have to like it, you know? And if they want to say, oh, the man is insecure or the man is this because he chooses, that's fine. Men like what they like. It's his money. He's entitled to do with it what he wants to do. So for me, when I meet people, I tell people straight up, like, yeah, watch my YouTube channel. I used to be like, yeah, da, da, da. I actually used to worry more about telling women what I did for work. And I realized I'm not a lesbian. Look, it's that is not eating my coochie. Which, keep in mind, I've had a couple bitches do. Keep in mind, I've had a couple bitches do without me really have it, you know. But why would I care about that's not in my was his opinion? Because if I care about your opinion, bitch, get on your knees and eat my coochie. It's that simple. See me, I like that. That's what I like. You know what I mean? That's what I rock with. So I would care about their opinions. But the only opinion of a man that has this dangling is the one that's spending money on me. If you're not spending money on me and you got something dangling, I don't want it. I don't care for it. Go suck your mother. Okay? But yeah, so that's how I live my life. I don't care what people... And this is another thing too. If you really, 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 really want to talk about it, the only people that you really should worry about are your family members. The ones that love you, those are the only people's opinions that you should worry about. If my mother can get over it, my sister can get over it, my brother can get over it, everyone that really actually I should care about can get over it, why the hell do I give a fuck about some stranger on the street? You know? So as you're moving forward in life and you're dating, if a man is so against sex workers, that's a red flag, in my opinion. Because all humans are humans. I wouldn't treat a homeless person outside with disrespect. I wouldn't treat a crackhead outside with disrespect. I also wouldn't consider a sex worker to be someone to treat with disrespect. And the thing is, everyone has different walks in life. Some people like me, I just chose to be home because I'm lazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm lazy. I'll give you that. I'm lazy. I'm a relaxed princess. I don't like to do too much. I really just like to sit by myself and just be like, just let only date the guy who's going to accept you for who you are. So it's very easy for me to meet people that are going to watch my YouTube channel. They're going to watch my stuff and they're just going to be like, I like this woman. I like her because they know me in real life. You know what I mean? They don't, it's not just the online persona that they see. They know me in real life. They sit with me, you know, in real life. They talk to me in real life. I'm not only funny, I'm a good time. I'm actually very smart. Maybe not textbook smart, but I'm very smart. Business wise, I'm actually very, very, very smart. Yeah, so yeah, that's why. That's why, guys. And you can find someone that's going to like you for you too. And just let people, you know, just let people not like it, hate. One man I dated made a big deal up. That's what I'm saying. This is the thing too. Sometimes a man is, sometimes men is not that they don't like you. It's more like there are people out there that really care about like their opinions of like their friends and loved ones and people around them. You know what I mean? Like the type of man that's dating me, he can't give a fuck about his friends and his I would not say like his parents, but like the guys that I date, their parents be either dead or old, so they're not searching up social media. But the kind of man that I need to date, to be quite honest with you, my ex would be the type of man that I really should be married to if he didn't have the clinginess and because one thing about him, he's gonna tell you yeah. One thing about him, he's gonna tell you to keep me out of your mouth. Okay. He has done that, I think twice, multiple times. Okay. He would tell them, mind your business. Mind your business. If I don't care about it, why are you worried about it? Yeah. He just recently told me a story too, how he had to do that. And I was like, oh, you said, I was like, oh, you said that? He was like, yeah. I was like, ooh. Gagged me for a second. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Because this is the thing. Obviously, this person has watched my social media, so they saw, and you know, because he's not the type of person that's calling his friends and like, hey, like, you know, her and I are having an argument or whatever, or, you know, we're taking a break, or, you know, we've broken up. Like, he's not that type of person. He just, you know. So I think this person thought that, you know, because we were broken up based on what she had seen on my social media, that it was okay for her to speak and speak so freely. You know what I mean? And yeah, he had to real quick. I was dying when he was telling me the story. The people that were actually important, like the sisters, they loved me. I love his sisters, actually. I loved his sisters. And they loved me too. Very nice. His friends, like I said, the ones that were important. I mean, this friend of his too, like the woman, you know, the friend's really important, but his friend is very, for some odd reason, I don't know why the significant other felt so comfortable. Keep in mind, like, that's his friend's third wife, not even like his friend's first wife or second wife. It's his friend's third wife that felt like she could speak about me. He was like, I don't care what you thought you saw online. At the end of the day, I love her. Da, da, da. I was like, oh, you said that? I was like, oh shit, I wasn't there. Why are we talking about Kennedy Jazz in this comments? What did Dr. Daddy and I talked about it. He knew I was going to St. Bart's. Who was talking about Kennedy Jazz? No one's talking about Kennedy Jazz, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would not bring her up in my comments, because I didn't speak on that woman at all. I'm not moving to the West Coast. I don't even think that would be I don't think that's considered the West Coast. You guys are delusional. How would she even be able to do that? Like, y'all don't even make any sense. They could keep being messy. They can keep being messy if they want. That is actually the most hilarious thing that I've ever heard in my life, you know. I truly fear this is no I truly fear she is not his type. I promise you. Yes, of course this is a wig. Y'all are messy. Girl, this is champagne. I really don't like to drink wine that much. I get my teeth whitened once a year, yeah. The wig is from Chrissy Bale. But I've had this one for a little bit. This is the first one that I got, the black one. I haven't really styled it today. I just threw it on. I don't even know if because I was filming a video yesterday, so yeah. No, wow, that's crazy that you remember me from back when I was trying to sell hair. No, I don't sell hair anymore. Thank you. I don't sell hair anymore. But I do have something that I think that I'm going to start doing. Now that I think I have I always had the opportunity to, but I definitely think that like now that I have, been able to make these like friendship connections in St. Bart's, I think it would be a good idea for me to start my own little business now. And I'm going to do something that I think makes sense. Like, how would you guys feel about me starting like a clothing brand, like where I sell like obviously it's not going to be expensive clothes, but it's going to be like cute clothes, but for freestyling, like cute, cheap in price, but clothes that is like elegant, that would still make you look elegant and sexy for you to go freestyling. I feel like and I'll add it on my website, and so people can buy it. It would be like freestyling clothes, period. I just need to come up with like a name, because you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like I don't know. I used to try to be sexy, but obviously based on what you consume on social media, I always used to think like you have to be showing skin, you have to be doing this. I really feel like, when you dress more elegant and more classy looking and just exude that confidence, it all just looks so good together. Because let me tell you something, that's how St. Bart's do. Basically ran down the street to say hi to me, because I was just walking, minding my business. But I have this like walk to me. It's very like, I'm here. It's like, I'm like, oh, like, almost like people are looking at you. I'm here. What's going on? Yeah, let him tell it. It was the walk. Anyways, a lot of my recent photos are photos of me in St. Bart's, so I'm not even gonna. He has multiple stores actually, and it's not just he doesn't own just a shirt store. He actually owns clothing, like I think 10 stores, maybe I think 12. Sorry, yeah, about 12 different stores, and most of them are I think St. Bart's, Puerto Rico, and south of France. So, but he does more beach wear, like obviously he has I think he has a store in the south of France, so obviously like south of France vibes. He has a store in the Hamptons vibes, like he's more resort, like that's what he does. I would have to do something more like that would work in the United States, but I have the ability to do that, and he can help me with, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just even be one of them girlies that have like a storefront on Charles Street where I just go and sit in the summertime, and people come in and shop. I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely do know that I'm going to start selling, and I think I'm going to incorporate loungewear and lingerie because the body is banging, so got to use that. Yeah. And he wants to work with, like, because we used a photographer. She's like a good professional photographer for the photo shoot that I just did in St. Bart's. It came out really nice, but it was for his store. But he wants to do like an actual like shoot, like the one of those ones that be like all day with like the professional with the big cameras and everything. Yeah, he wants to do one of those as well. So maybe I might, use that opportunity to take some stuff for my brand and go from there. Have I written a book? I would like to write a book, but I would need someone to write the book for me. Not like for me, but like kind of put my thoughts into like something that we can actually sell and it be well and professional. Like I wouldn't want to just put out some any type of book. So I would need someone that can like take my thoughts and actually publish something that is worthy of selling. Not a ghostwriter, but more like a she said ChatGPT. She said go to ChatGPT and send it to me and I'll edit it. Yeah, I'll definitely need an editor as well. Yeah, I wouldn't use ChatGPT. But yeah, no, I think that's really, because this is my thing too. I have 5,000 people watching my story. My Instagram story. I have 5,000 people watching my Instagram story on a daily basis. So even if I was selling the stuff, and I'm never gatekeeping stuff because listen, y'all ladies, take some notes, okay? Even if I was selling it to 100 people, right? Like, and I was selling it, let's see. Let's say even if I made like 100 sales a week, right? If that, for $20, let's say the dresses are $20. 100 sales a week, that's $2,000. Multiply that by 4, that's $8,000. So if I was bringing an additional $8,000 off of selling clothes online, add that to the residual, you know what I'm saying? And then all I need to do is just get me a nice little office space where I would consider that like my little warehouse where I would print and ship and do everything from, and boom. So yeah, I think that's what we are working on. And I might have a couple of investors. Okay, but it costs money to produce these clothes. It does, but when you get them wholesale, it's not. It would be like the same thing as selling hair. You just have to find a vendor, find a factory that you can work with, and you can, obviously give them your designs that you want or your thoughts on how you want your clothes or something like that, and then they mass produce it, and then you pay wholesale price and you sell it for more and you make profit. Same thing with selling hair. When I used to sell hair, it was the same thing. I obviously, this is when I was with my sugar daddy, right before I went professional. He was the one that helped me start my hair business, and all we did was we sourced out a vendor, and we tried different types of hairs, and then we ended up, I think he spent like 10K on wholesale of hair. When I told them I had a freaking hair I ended up selling all of it though, which is crazy. Did I sell them all like at the same time? No, I did some cash. I sold them. Some people did it online, via my website, but a lot of it was like cash, like, I would sell it that way. Dealing with like online stuff, so sometimes I just need to like not do it. But to see with only 30 something thousand followers on YouTube, and 18,000 followers on Instagram, and to see the way I'm able to like still make income residually from my website, even if I do the clothing business and I'm not making huge sales right away, as my followers grow, as I gather more fans, or I don't want to call you guys fans, but like more supporters, I think like then the business grows, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna wait till I have like millions of followers to start. I'm gonna start now, because regardless, like if I'm able to sell phone calls, if I'm able to sell phone calls to women, I can sell them some goddamn clothes that might get them a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't really do beauty